So, having said that, I'd like to welcome you guys to March's What's What on Quick Meals. If you guys did not know, March is National Nutrition Month. So, we wanted to hit you guys with a quick and dirty 10-minute little session on meal prepping healthy, quick, and cheap meals. So, having said that, let's move into a little test your knowledge session. You guys can drop these in the chat boxes. What percentage of food budgets in the US are spent on foods eaten away from home? What do you think? 22%, 36%, 43%, or 50%? Any guesses?
50. Yep.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so whoever said 50 and all the D guesses, you are correct. It's actually over 50%. So according to the USDA, about 50.1% of Americans' food budgets are spent on foods eaten away from home. So this includes restaurants, cafeterias at work, fast food, and the like. The unfortunate reality is that foods eaten away from home are often higher in unhealthy saturated fat, sodium, lower in dietary fiber, and obviously through the roof in calories. But we get it. You feel cooking takes too much time, and time is money, right? So we're going to share some essential steps to help you save time and money today. So step one is plan. Choose your recipes. Create a list of favorites. What meals do you and your family enjoy? Second, brainstorm new types of meals you would like to try. Google is a great source. You can type in, 30-minute meals, budget-friendly meals, kid-friendly, ethnic type dishes, and the possibilities are endless. And then lastly, check out cookbooks, social media sites, recipes from friends and family, or healthy cooking magazines. These are all huge wealth of information to get you ideas for you to cook. So once you've got your list of ideas, you've got to create that plan. Think about your schedule for the week. If your kids have activities going on, or you know you're going to be working late one day, plan accordingly. For instance, you could use a slow cooker in the morning, toss everything in, let it go all day, and then come home to a nice cooked meal with little prep time. So step two is shop. You got to get your groceries. First, you need to create a grocery list based on your meal plan. Next, you need to note which ingredients you have on hand, especially anything that you need to use up, such as fresh produce that you may have forgot about or it's sitting in the fridge going bad. Next, you can note quantities needed. That way you don't run out of an ingredient or have more than you need. Next, have a healthy snack before you go. I think we all know how dangerous it is going to the grocery store hungry. Do your best to not let that happen, because you know you're going to be picking up stuff that you don't need. And then lastly, stick to your list as much as possible. It's okay to be flexible if there's something on sale or something that you know you will use, such as a non-perishable item or something that could be frozen. But try to stick to your list as much as possible. And a quick pro tip for you is spend majority of your time shopping on the perimeter of the grocery store. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but almost every grocery store, most of the fresh produce and fresh foods that are not typically highly processed and pre-prepared are on the perimeter of the store. So if you spend majority of your time out there, you're going to end up with way more healthy items than if you are shopping on the inside, on the inner aisles. That's where all the pre-processed crap is. So moving on from this, step 3 is cook. Now it's time to prepare and enjoy your food. A few simple steps that can also be time savers for you are pre-wash and pre-chop fruits and vegetables. This will save you time later. Still feel like you're short on time? Keep in mind that there's grocery stores out there I can think of personally, Publix, Lowe's Foods, offer produce that has already been chopped and prepared for you. Although a little bit more expensive, it does help you to save time and you're still getting fresh produce that way. So consider that if you're short on time. Think about leftovers. Make extra and store those leftovers in individual portions so that you can grab them and go. Remember, cooking in bulk can save you serious time. Then finally, freeze meals that can be thawed and heated later. Some meals can be prepped ahead of time, frozen, and then heated later for quick meals. And some of those don't even need to be thawed. If you've got, electric pressure cooker such as an Instant Pot or like a knockoff or even slow cooker, you can toss those in and even still frozen, and then have a nice prepared meal that's still healthy with very little effort. Still crunched for time? Give a simple meal a try. Quick meals don't always have to use a recipe. They can be as simple as some of the ones you see here. We've got chicken salad, which is just get a greens mix, some grilled chicken breasts. You can even buy this pre-prepared, a little higher in sodium, makes it a little easier on you. Or it doesn't take but 10 to 15 minutes to fire up some grilled chicken breasts on the stove or in the oven. Spaghetti, you can use whole grain pasta, pre-prepared sauce, frozen veggies that you can throw in. With tacos, you can use seasoned ground turkey breast or lean ground beef, beans, salsa, whole grain tortillas, and other fresh toppings that we talked about earlier that maybe you could buy from the grocery store if you don't want to prep it yourself. You could also do individual pizzas using a whole wheat tortilla or whole wheat pita bread for the crust, keep it more low calorie. Use a pre-prepared pizza sauce, low-fat cheese, and some veggie toppings. And then finally, you can do all sorts of breakfast stuff, such as sandwiches with whole grain English muffins, eggs, low-fat cheese, and fresh fruit that either you prepare yourself or, again, as we talked about earlier, there's pretty much every grocery store around has already done the work for you if that's something you want to fork up an extra $1 or $2 for. So here's some additional tips to save time and money on quick meals. Save on your grocery budget by planning meals around ingredients you have on hand, or take a look at store flyers and use those sale ingredients to help guide your meal choices. Plan for grab-and-go options to create quick meals on the run. Examples of these might include sandwiches, fresh fruit, pre-cut veggies, string cheese, hard-boiled eggs. A lot of grocery stores have these available for you to grab that are already done, or you can prep these yourself in little to no time. Next tip is use a slow cooker or electric pressure cooker, as discussed earlier, to ease your cooking demands. With just a few ingredients, you can have a tasty meal ready and waiting for you when you get home. Our next tip is choose simple ingredients with no more than 6 ingredients. This makes cooking easier, and it limits the need to buy ingredients you really are not going to use in other recipes. This can keep your waste and cost down. Of course, another tip is plan for leftovers. You can cook it once, but you can enjoy it twice, maybe even 3 times. And then finally, consider meal delivery services. You can outsource this. They may cost more than doing all the prep work on your own, but they certainly can save you money versus eating out and can help you reduce food waste. HelloFresh and Blue Apron are just just a couple of the ones that I personally know of. They offer discounted, starter boxes. So at the very least, one thing I've done in the past is got the starter box, made those recipes, paid like $20 for 3 recipes, which was a steal, kept the recipe cards, and then had those for myself to make at a later date with my own cheaper ingredients. So consider doing something like that if you've never tried that before. And I've honestly never had a bad recipe with those. So need a few more recipe ideas? There's a USDA sponsored site called choosemyplate.gov. If you follow that, and you guys can screen grab this if you want, there's a lot of good websites out here. But the USDA one is really good. Follow those directions, click Eat Healthy, recipes and menus, and then you can break it down into pretty much any category you want, like under 30 minutes, calorie conscious, sodium, low sodium, and the like. And then these are a few of my personal favorites below. Skinny Taste is a woman that's been running a blog for a long time. She even does weekly meal plans that you can print out. So it makes life really easy, and she's not using a bunch of crazy ingredients. It's a lot of common stuff like we were talking about, keeping it minimum to 6 ingredients or so. Another one of my favorites is fitmencook.com. He also has a YouTube channel, so if you're more of a visual person when it comes to trying out these recipes, that's a great resource. Then eatthismuch.com is a personalized meal plan website. It's free. All these that I'm showing you are free. And you basically put in your calorie budget and your macronutrient target, so how much protein, carbs, fats you'd like. And you can even check items that you like and don't like, and then it'll spit you out meal plans. So it's a pretty cool feature. So my question for y'all is, what will you do next? Will you cook one more meal at home this week? Will you create a list of family favorite meals that you can pull from throughout the week? Will you try a new recipe you're excited about? Will you prep veggies and fruits ahead of time? Is there anything else you guys can think of that you can do to jumpstart your quick and healthy meal venture? Even just prepping snacks too will help, that you can just have in the fridge, grab and go on your way to work. And I know that was quick and dirty. That's all I've got for today. So thank you guys for making it out. And if you guys have any questions, I'll open the floor to you now. No questions? All right. Well, thank you guys for joining.
Thanks, Justin.
Y'all have a good day.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.